check. Okay. Here we are. Three sure is better than 0-4. Breathing is better than not breathing. Life is better than no life. A chance is better than no chance. Am I right? Let's go, Mavs! Woo-hoo-hoo! Well, that was fun. That was just pure fun. 122-84. There it is, and there I am. There we go. So the Mavs absolutely take apart the Boston Celtics. Now, if you're an old enough hoophead like me, what's up? What's up, the great? Oh my. If you're an old enough hoophead, you remember back to the Lakers and 76ers where Allen Iverson took a game and then the Lakers had their way in that championship. But man, it sure is better to be alive than to be dead. It sure is nicer to have some life than not to have any at all. It sure is nice to see your boys, your crew, your team representing your city and your heart, right? Your fandom, to step up and show the pride that you know and I know they had the whole time. We know they had, here, let me show you my notes. I have 2 pages and almost nothing. I had other stuff and I just trashed it. Look at this. Can you read it? Mavericks basketball. They finally started playing Mavericks basketball. This is the first time in the finals for an extended period of time, not in little spurts here or there, where they looked like the team we've been seeing for the last 2.5 months. For the last 18 plus games of the regular season and then into these playoffs. Tonight is the first time they really looked like the Mavericks in these 4 games in the finals. The Boston Celtics, now they should have all the confidence in the world going home, right? The ball is still totally in their court. They still got all the history on their side. But we made them flinch tonight. We made them blink tonight. The Mavs came in and hit them in the mouth, and the Celtics tried, but they did not have the answer. Tonight, their shots were failing them. Tonight, not only were they not shooting well, so you got to acknowledge when the opponent's not playing well, but the Mavs defense looked so different tonight. It looked like that defense on a string that we had been seeing throughout all the playoffs, right? Even when the Mavs offense has been so bad. And that's what I've been saying. I said it in the Game 3 loss recap. I said, man, the defense has not been the problem. The defense hasn't looked as good as it has been in these playoffs, but the offense has failed us. The offense is what's costing us. Well, not tonight. The defense showed up in a huge way. And then the offense also had one of the highest scoring games of the playoffs, I'm guessing, right? 122. That's got to be in the top 3 or 4 offensive performances in the playoffs so far for the Mavs. They've been winning all their games in the 110s, right? In the 1-teens. So tonight was just utter domination. Obviously, the Celtics threw in the towel in the third, but that's because it was a 34, 35, 36-point game. It wasn't like, well, they had a 15-point lead and then they threw in the towel and the Mavs expanded the lead. No, they had a 35-plus point lead in the third quarter, and Mazzulla was just like, yeah, my guys don't have it tonight. Like, that's coach speak for, I'm ashamed of you guys tonight. When you pull your starters in the third quarter, you are telling your team, tonight, I don't believe in you. Tonight, it's like a fatherly move of, I am so disappointed in you. Have you ever, if you had a good dad, a lot of us didn't, but like if you had a good dad, you've probably all had that moment where your dad expresses his disappointment in your decisions or your actions. And it's just like, you'd rather have a spanking, right? You'd rather have a grounding or something like that. You'd rather have some other kind of punishment. But when your dad looks at you and just says he's disappointed in you, whoa, that's what Mazzulla did to the Celtics starters tonight. He pulled them in the third and said, nope, you don't have the heart tonight. Which is a pretty profound coaching move to be able to do that in the playoffs. He's up 3-0, obviously, right now, 3-1. But, man, that was a pretty bold statement for a young coach with his superstars and with his star lineup, with his amazing team to go, tonight, I don't believe in you. And he pulls them. And it was obviously the game was over, but like to make a statement like that, to not push at least into the middle of the fourth quarter, the first few minutes of the fourth, like that's a bold statement. I want to see if there's a lot of opinion pieces on that, on Mazzulla pulling his team. Now, they weren't coming back tonight. He was right. Tonight was not their night. But you send a message like that to your starters, it's pretty ballsy, pretty gutsy. The greats say, yeah, felt like this was about what should have happened on Wednesday. Yeah, game 3 should have been different. Better late than never. Yeah, better late exactly when you need it. When you're hanging on to the ledge by a fingernail, it's nice if you can get another hand on the ledge and pull yourself up at least for a little bit longer. As long as no one thinks that THJ can do that when it matters. No, I tweeted out tonight, look, it took 10 seasons, but we finally found out the role that THJ thrives in. He thrives in the front-running lead extender role. So if you've got a big enough lead that there's absolutely no pressure on you, THJ will come out and flamethrow for you, man. That's what it was. There was no pressure on him. He didn't have to defend. All he had to do was catch and shoot. And, man, he can be, when he's on, he's a great catch-and-shoot three-point shooter. It's all of the other parts of basketball where he's a outrageous negative. And he's, of course, also an incredibly streaky shooter. We're not going to spend too much time on THJ because I was proud of Kid for not playing him 1 minute that mattered. Now, let's all join hands in a prayer circle, right? And hope that Kid doesn't look at what THJ did in those wasteful, like, trash minutes and go, ooh, I need that. No, you don't. What that man brings, you don't need, Coach Kidd. What that man brings hurts your team in the long run. All right, so the Mavs just pounce on them, 13 points up in the first quarter. Look at that second quarter. The Mavs defense is swarming, and the Celtics can't hit a shot to save their lives. 14 points in the second quarter. And then the Mavs keep pouring it on in the third quarter with like 3 or 4 minutes to go. Mazzulla waves the white flag. Mavs win that one 31-25. That was the closest quarter until the fourth, right? 24-30. Mavs decisively win every quarter, but the second quarter is where we almost doubled them up and buried them. We're going to look at some stats here. But let me just show you something beautiful, if you don't mind. Can I show you something beautiful? Here we go.
The Celtics used Tatum as a screener to create that mismatch against Irving. Xavier Tillman in the game.
Luka breaks down his man.
Lively at corner 3. It's good. Lively. The Celtics used Tatum as a screener to create that mismatch against Irving. Xavier Tillman in the game.
Kicks it over. Tatum.
Lively at corner 3. It's good. Eric Lively. The Celtics used Tatum as a screener to create that mismatch against Irving. Xavier Tillman in the game tonight. Lively at corner 3. Because you're always looking for where you can create an advantage.
Luka brings the ball off.
And right now, the Dallas Mavericks have created a game the way they've done here tonight. It absolutely is possible because you're always looking for where you can create an advantage. And right now, the Dallas Mavericks have created a game the way they've done here tonight. It absolutely is possible because you're always looking for where you can create an advantage.
All that power and fury that he takes off. Oh, I loved it, man. Tonight, let's look at the stats. Let's look at some of the stats. Here we go. The Celtics shot 36% from the field. Not from three, from the field. 34% from three. That's a bad shooting night from three from them, but they could not hit a two to save their lives. Once again, they take, let's see here. Wow, we shot a lot of threes tonight. They've been, like, I think in game 3, they outshot us by 21 extra threes. They shot 21 more threes than we did. That's the right way to say it. And tonight, they only shot 4 more threes than us, but they were 34% and we were 40.5%. That's awesome. Free throws, my gosh, man, we've got to improve there. I mean, they're elite. They're an elite shooting team. They're elite at the stripe, too. 92.3% from the stripe, hit 12 of 13. Mavs got 22 free throws, and before anyone cries or anyone goes, oh, we had the whistle tonight, they don't attack the cup. They don't attack the rim like we do. We missed a lot of free throws tonight. Turnovers, Mavs had back-to-back games of under 10 turnovers. That's awesome. I think they had 9 in game 3 and 8 tonight. Celtics had a few more, had 5 extra at 13. That's great. Great to win that battle. Obviously, on a night like tonight, you're going to win almost every battle. Just, it has to. Rebounds, we crushed them. Yes. Tonight, the Mavs were in there scrapping for the ball. Remember, after the Game 3 recap, I was saying, like, I know they're going to out-scheme us, and they're going to likely out-coach us, and they've got the better roster than us. But, man, I did not expect them to out-grit us and out-scrap us and out-50-50 ball us. And they had been all the first 3 games of the series. Tonight, the Mavs looked like the Mavs. They remembered who they are. They were attacking those rebounds. They were getting into the paint. They were diving for loose balls. Out-rebounded them by 21 rebounds. That is insane. And tonight, we out-assist them. They still had 18. That's fine. But 21 is nice for the Mavs there. Blocks, still not getting the blocks, right? They don't get blocked too often, this team. I think the Celtics were one of the fewest blocked teams in the league all season long. And that makes sense because they shoot from the perimeter so much. But they're good at avoiding the blocks, and they're good at pulling your bigs out, right? So 5-2, so the Celtics did win there. I wasn't sure about that. Let's see here. Defensive rebounds, we crushed them by 12. Offensive rebounds, we crushed them by 9. That's awesome. Points off turnovers, we almost doubled them up, 17-9. Points in the paint. Yes! I had not looked up this stat until this moment. I have been saying there is 60-plus points in the paint just begging to be scored against the Celtics defense. I don't know what other people are saying. I have been saying that, though. Just watching the game. And I'm not some savant, right? I'm not some genius. I'm just watching the game like you, and I'm going, there are points to be scored in the paint. Not only, as I've been saying, can Luka get a really good shot in the paint anytime he wants. He's not going to make them all, but he's going to make a ton of them, and he can get great looks in the paint against the Celtics defense, and he has in all 4 games. And I'm just like, stop shooting threes tonight. How many threes did he shoot? He shot 8 and went 0 for 8 and still had a stellar game. So the 3 was not dropping, but he was awesome from 2. Tonight, Luka was, take away the 8, he was 12 for 18 on non-3-point shots tonight was Luka. And we'll see his stats in a second. Still not awesome from free throw, only 5 for 7. That's not awesome. That's 71.4%. So we'll talk about Luka next. Fast break points, we should be running against this team. They don't like to run. We should be running against them 11-6, almost doubled up there. And second chance points, that makes sense, 16-2, because we were everywhere and they were flat-footed tonight. We've been the flat-footed team in these first 3 games. But tonight, the roles were reversed and the Mavs looked like the Mavs. Luka, let's talk about him. 29 points, 5 assists. Played just a few minutes into the third quarter. 32 minutes. 29 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 1 turnover, a plus 30. Your boy was balling tonight. Couldn't hit a 3, 0 of 8. I mean, so acknowledge that, right? But that's not the story. Tonight he was in the paint. He was living in the paint. He was posting up. He was attacking. He was hitting the mid-range. He was getting in that little paint floater, that push shot. He was going in all the way, banking it off the backboard. They have absolutely no answer for Luka. I've been saying it the whole series. They have no answer for Luka. And tonight, let me just say, Luka did not look slow. His knee did not seem to be bothering him. Right? It looks like he's getting better and better. So, I mean, tonight the knee looked fine. He didn't look slow, and he gave, it seemed like, maximum effort on defense. A plus 30 in 32 minutes, 29 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. That's nothing great. That's not, I mean, like, obviously to any other superstar, that's, in the finals? Are you killing? Whoa, he's amazing. He's the best player in the world. If Tatum did this, they'd all have to go change their pants, right? Luka does this, and we who watch him, we who know him go, oh, yeah. He must not have played much tonight. Oh, only 32 minutes. Yeah, and you're right. Because if he'd wanted to tonight, if they wanted to send some sort of weird message, I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad he got to rest. But if they'd wanted to send some sort of message to Boston, Luka could have scored 45 tonight. I mean, he could have just. You don't think he was going to score on those bench players once Mazzulla waved the white flag? he would have walked to the cup every single time. So Luka was awesome tonight, responding to the haters. In this post-game interview, right with Lisa Salters right after the buzzer, she asked him, I know you've heard a lot of criticism, fair or unfair, and he's like, I don't listen to any of that. He heard criticism from his coach. I'm sure he heard some from the lunatic media, but he heard it from places that counted, and he responded tonight. Wasn't arguing, wasn't complaining. Only picked up 3 fouls. Even a couple of them were like, oh, really? But he didn't cry, didn't whine. Luka was awesome tonight, even though this was not some sort of unbelievable Luka stat line. He was awesome. He controlled the game. He put his boot on their throat, and they did not have an answer. Let's talk about Kyrie. Kyrie, 21 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 10 of 18 from the field. Hit 1 3. You'd like Kyrie to hit a few more than that. 1 of 6 from 3. Only 1 turnover. That's great to 6 assists. A plus 28. Your boy was a worthy number 2 tonight. He was really, really solid tonight. Really, really good tonight. Just tip your cap to Kyrie and go, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Who else we want to talk about? Well, let's talk about Jaylen Brown, who, if they'd have won tonight, would have probably been the Finals MVP. It's probably still the favorite to be Finals MVP, if we're just being honest, right? I'm not being pessimistic. I'm just, if we're being honest, he's probably still the overwhelming favorite. But look at that. 10 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. 3 for 12, 1 of 5 from 3. On a night where you had a chance to sweep the finals. And if you play well tonight, you are guaranteeing yourself a Finals MVP. And he drops this turd. I think he's a really good player. I think he's a really good defender. I think he's a really good player. I don't think he's some awesome, top 15 guy at all. I don't think he's an all NBA guy. You watch him try to create his own look, try to create his own shot, and you go I do remember all those criticisms of his handle. I'm not saying he's a system player. He's a really great player. I don't think I would take him top 15. I don't think he'd be all NBA if I had a vote. But he's been the Finals MVP so far. But tonight, when the moment was big, he disappeared. 10 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 3 for 12 from the field. Come on. I mean, I'm very thankful, but that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. What does running buddy do tonight? 15 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 of 10 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. 3 turnovers, negative 33 on the night. You keep. Now I know who you are. You're probably not the problem here, but people keep saying this guy's awesome. He's got all the measurables. He's got some nice statistics. Does he show up when it matters? Does he show up when it matters? You know who shows up when it matters? My boy, my guy, D Live, Derek Lively the second. In 22 minutes, 11 points, 12 rebounds. His second back-to-back Finals double-doubles. How awesome is that? How incredible is that? How many 20-year-old rookies have had back-to-back doubles in the Finals? My guess is almost none. Almost none. Just incredible. A plus 20 on the night. I would have guessed it was higher because he was out there absolutely balling. And you know who else balled? His running buddy, Daniel Gafford. 9 minutes. Only 9 minutes. Is that right? Let me check the NBA.com. Yeah, 10 minutes. He played 10 minutes tonight, right under 10. 10 minutes tonight for Gafford because kids going with D Live, which is smart. 7 points, 4 rebounds, and a block. Plus 12 on the night. Really, really solid, electric performance from Gafford tonight. The landlord was out. making impact plays. Absolutely love what he brought for us tonight. And let me see here. I asked you guys, what did you think about that? What are you feeling? What are you thinking? Let's see here. What are people saying? Let me see if I can find. I should have pinned it, or here we go. Not a ton of interaction, but let's see what people are feeling tonight. What are they saying about tonight? Sticks, what's up, my boy? Sticks says, let's go! That's one excited Penguins fan right there, but that's all of us right now, right? KG's feeling good. What's up, KG? Honest Mavericks fan. Not all of us were around in 11 to see my team win a finals game. It's quite sweet regardless of circumstance. Absolutely. Yes, you can. Listen, I want the Mavs to win 4 straight and win the finals, of course. But speaking honestly, this allows you to hold your head up with a little more dignity and kind of go, good. We represented ourselves on our home court in Game 4. We showed the national audience and we showed the Celtics who we are. Yeah, absolutely. OP says, feeling like we have a chance. Love it. Angry MFFL. We need a Luka Game 5 masterclass on Monday so we could bring it back to home for Game 6. That's exactly what it's going to take. My guess is it's going to take a Luka masterclass. Hawkeye? I'm sorry, I'm probably butchering that. Hawkeye or hockey. Dante getting confidence and Lively hitting more threes could be game-changing. Yeah, absolutely. Now, I wouldn't expect D-Live hitting a bunch of threes in the finals, but, if you leave him open, let him rip, man. Absolutely. If he's in the corner, stretch out the defense, absolutely, man. That's great. The first point, though, Dante getting his confidence back. I really felt like Kidd gave up on Dante way too early. Now, admittedly, against the Clippers, he looked like a chicken with his head cut off. But since then, he'd been starting to look a little bit more like himself, but he'd been just getting 6 minutes, 5 minutes, things like that. Not enough time to establish a rhythm. Tonight, how much did Dante play? Yeah, he played 13 and a half minutes tonight. And you know what? He looked like Dante Exum. He looked like the Dante Exum we all know and love from the regular season. He looked confident. He was moving the ball. He's a great ball mover. The ball doesn't stick with him. He scored a couple nice buckets. What was he tonight? Tonight, Exum was 4 for 7 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3 for 10 points in 14 minutes for Dante Exum. Absolutely. That's huge. That is huge. Hippo says, carry this confidence and aggression to Game 5, please. Heck, yes. Dwight says, woo! That's right, Dwight. And then Abstruck says, Mavs in 7. I don't care about anything else. Hey, Mavs in 7. Let's get there. Let's get Game 5, and then we can talk, right? And then Dub says, relief. Feeling relief. Absolutely. Man. Woo! Luka has won his first game in the finals, and that is something to be celebrated. That is awesome. That is incredible. Kyrie showed up and was a solid contributor tonight. Nothing crazy. What was it, 21 points? Yeah, 21 points on 10 of 18 from the field. Nothing insane. But he wasn't making mistakes. He was playing smart ball. He was what we needed tonight. And you know one thing I want to point out, because I don't know if anyone else will really take time to point this out. PJ Washington picked up 3 quick first half fouls, and Kidd did not go back to him. PJ played under 14 minutes tonight. For a guy who's been playing 38, 39 minutes a night, he played 1/3 of his game action tonight. It's interesting to see Kidd stick with the guys who are playing really well. Derek Jones was solid tonight, 2 for 4, but only 16 and a half minutes from him. Josh Green was really good tonight. Josh Green got 18 minutes tonight and only hit 1 shot, but had 5 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. Really nice game from Josh. Energy, right? What Josh can bring when he's right. When Josh is right, he brings energy. He did let Drew Holiday block him at the rim because he refused to lay up the ball with his left hand or go for a dunk. I was like, oh, come on, Josh. He should have had a layup right there in a big moment. Maxey got 23 minutes, and they were solid. Hardy got 13 minutes, junk minutes, hit 4 of 7. And then Tim Hardaway hit 5 of 7 in trash, in garbage time, all threes. So Tim ended up with 15 minutes. Don't get any crazy ideas. Don't get any crazy ideas, J-Kid. All right, guys. 1 down. Go win Game 5. Until I see you again, go mad. Here we go.